Hey guys, today I will show you the new feature for the expansion cycle marker PvE PvP mod I've added to my toolkit. And yeah, just to let you know, this video can take a while, so it will be longer than usual. So I will start right now. Let me change the language to English. So now we go to converter tools and then expansion cycle marker. This is the mod, right? So you see here we have all the main settings from the expansion cycle marker JSON here, and then also the zones from the expansion cycle marker JSON, the polygon zones, and all dynamic PvP zones, item rules, and you can add admins. If you have any questions about these settings, you can ask me in the Discord, or you can use just the expansion cycle marker Wikipedia. If you click this button, it will open up the Wikipedia. You can find everything inside here explained. And yeah, so just to let you know that. And now, how do we load the settings? You can load all settings one by one if you want. Like here, load dynamic, item rules, admins, polygon, custom zones will be loaded here from the expansion cycle marker JSON, or you can load all at once. We will do this because I'm lazy, load all config JSONs. Then we go to our server profiles or config folder, expansion cycle marker, and choose that folder, and everything will be loaded. So if you go to the main setting, you will see it's all checked. So these are all active. These both you can't enable because they are disabled right now. They are not in the mod right now. And yeah, so if you want to change something in here, it is not instantly saving. You have now to press the save expansion cycle marker mod JSON button down here. This is to make sure you don't fuck up anything in your config files, and also it is more easy for me to code. It saves a lot of time and a lot of lines in coding. So let's check here. This is, let's scroll up. I'm all the way down. PvP everywhere and reflect damage is enabled. We loaded it. Yes, it is. So what we do, we change this now. We uncheck, and you see above here, it is not changing in the file. First, we have to press save expansion cycle marker. Now it's saved and it is changed. Okay, so remember that, please. And yeah, you can do this with everything inside here. For the PvP icon path, you can't choose any path on your computer. You have to choose the path of the mod. So EMM is like the mod. It's expansion cycle marker mod. In the folder guy, there is the icon EDDS PvP logo small. So if you have a mod with like a special icon, you put in here the mod, right? Then the folder where the EDDS is located at, and the EDDS file. All right, you can also change the icon position here as you wish. On the Wikipedia, you will find presets for that. Yeah, this is basically everything will be explained in the Wikipedia. And always make sure to hit the save button, right? Now let's go to the custom zones, because main settings is all this, and custom zones is everything in custom zones, so all of our zones. Now if we go to custom zones, you will notice if we change here the name Black Market Bridge, for example, to Black Market Bridge 1, and we switch to the next zone and switch back, it will not be saved, and it will not be saved in the file itself. You have to hit save the expansion cycle marker JSON before you go to the next zone, so you don't mess up anything. And yeah, so let's do that with the hunting zone. Let's edit the hunting zone here. I already did that. Then let's edit the hunting Cranberry Island. We copy this, we go in the file, and there it is. So now what can we do right here, right? So basically, you can change now the name, like hardcore. Then you can change if it should draw a cycle on the map for the player or not. Enable custom messages on entering the zone. We do enable this. You can set up the coordinates X and Z. You can change the radius. And yeah, let's change the coordinates to 5K here and also here 5K. Let's change the radius to 100. Zone type 0 is just visual. The only exception for this is if you have PvP everywhere enabled, it is still visible. And it will be also PvP zone because PvP everywhere is enabled. But if you don't have PvP everywhere enabled, this will be just a visual PvE zone, right? So, yeah. And now, same goes for 1. 1 is PvP zone, fully PvP zone, and 2 is a PvE zone, no damage allowed from other players, right? And here you can set a color. We set the color to yellow. Remove this and this. So now this. So red and green, 255 is the maximum. It's RGB. So yeah, the alpha is the transparency. This is fine. We can set when the zone should appear or should stay. So we set it from 8 in the morning to 10 in the morning, for example. And we choose to have it active only at the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. And you always have to check at least one inside here. You can't leave this empty, otherwise you will get problems with the mod. Then we can add only allowed weapons to the zone. Let's remove now, because this is a hunting zone, we only allow crossbow at the moment. You can remove them. Yes. And then we can add a weapon. And we choose, yeah, let's choose a pistol, right? So the Magnum. So only the Magnum can now be used in this zone. You will notice that if you go back to the file, it will get added and the file is saved. This is the only case where the file gets saved instantly, but it doesn't update the zone name and coordinates. Only what you have added here to the only allowed weapons. So now we have custom message title. We have to change this to hardcore, of course. And yeah, we keep the rest like it is. We have the zone finished now. Save expansion cycle marker, go back to the file, and you see it, everything has changed here. And also if we add a new zone, I already did that here, we're going to remove them now. Yeah, so add a new zone, rename it to new zone 1. Always make sure you have unique zone names. Change coordinates, keep it like it is now, save. And if we go and search for that, it is here. So we added a zone just with one click, right? I'm going to remove that now. And it is removed. We go back to the hunting Cranberry Island. You won't see the hardcore inside here. It is not updating this box yet. I will change that later. And also there's a special case. What you can do for that is changing the X and Z coordinates by going to the map tab in the converter tool, by pressing click me, jump to map tab, then choose a map. We download Gennaros now. And now we have selected the zone, right? And we go back to the map tab. Let's spawn. Let's have the zone to be inside Tissy right here. So we right click here and then we go copy to selected custom zone. Click this and now the coordinates are copied over to this, to the Cranberry Island. So it is in there with the radius of 100, right? And yeah, it will automatically save. If you go back, you will see that. One moment. See, it is automatically saved after you have chosen the coordinates from the map. I can show you this again. Click here. Let's choose. Yeah, let's choose the airfield. Right click, copy, and you see this changed. Okay. All right. This is pretty cool. And yeah, you can do this for all the zones. You don't need to, if you change the coordinates, you don't need to save only the coordinates. You don't need to use the save expansion. But I would recommend just hit it and it's okay. Then if you go to polygon zones, oh no, wait, custom zones. If you go back to the map tab, you can also copy the coordinates to the clipboard here. And it will automatically be in the same format as it is for the mod. So if we go here, remove and paste in, you will have it like it should be. And yeah, right. So you don't have to do anything. Same goes for if we go back to polygon zones, and you will see we have here 2 polygon zones, which are this one and this one. And this one has 3 vertices, so you need to have at least 3, and this one has a bit more. We go back to the tool right here. You can change the coordinates here just by changing them and press enter. And here it is saving that automatically for these vertices. This is the safest way to do, otherwise it will fuck up anything in your file. We do the same, and then we can switch around here and we can change it like we want. And the same goes for the Monday, Tuesday, Friday. We can change this, but in this case we have to set it to Monday. So here you can see it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's the completed week. So for these changes here and the title and the name and the stuff and the color and the zone type, we always have to press save. So now it's changed to Monday. If we change it back to every day, save, it will be every day, right? You can do the same with the map tab. We can select vertex 1. So let's remove all these. Oh, remove. Now they are all removed, right? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, okay. So you see the vertices are empty here for this one now. And now let's add 3 vertices. Then we go select one, go to the map tab. We choose here, copy polygon vertex coordinates to the selected vertex. We choose this one. Now we go back and it is this one. It automatically saves in the file. We go here, go here, go here, and click this one again. Then we go back, the next, go to map tab, go here, this. Okay, so we only have now 3. This makes no sense. It will create like this, like such zone. So we're going to add one more vertex here. Select, go to the map tab and do it like so. And yeah, so we have 4 here, and this means the airfield is now a polygon PvP zone if we're going to change this zone to zone type 1. And just in case, hit save, and that's it. Now you have a polygon zone. You can also remove the zones like so and add new zones. These will have empty zones, empty vertices. So just add vertex here and here and do what I did before. So it will add random coordinates. if you add a new vertex. Okay, not random but preset coordinates. You have to change these. Okay, this is pretty much it. It's the same for the add weapons. You can choose weapons for the zones again, like so, and add. It will be added to this zone now, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we go to dynamic PvP zones, which is this file. You can see we have here these main settings here, and we have the objects to create dynamic PvP zone, which means this object is creating a PvP zone if this one is found at the given coordinates and in this radius. So what we're going to do now is like we can add we can add a new object here. We can this is the new dynamic PvP object. Give it a name. Copy the class name in here. Because object is not listed in your type files, you have to manually do this here. So let's name it like, I don't know, BLDR. Right. And then we can object zone settings, set the PvP radius here, like 500 meters. Zone type is PvP. Make it as a yellow zone again. Draw a cycle, of course. And on every weekday from 0 to 24. And now let's add a scan zone for that. So it does scan at this specific location for this object name. So we add random coordinates here, 500, 500, and 500. Then the radius is the radius where at this coordinates get scanned. So at this coordinates in the radius of 500, it will get scanned. And if found, it will create a PvP zone. Yeah, make sure you don't have this huge scan radius. I always prefer to use like 1 to 5 meters. Mostly I use 3 meters. And I use exact coordinates inside here, and this makes sure it is not that server performance intense, right? So you can have multiple scan zones for the multiple objects and that stuff. So yeah, we changed the object zone settings, so make sure we hit save again. And if you double check, it is in here, radius 500, yes. And also the radius and stuff is changed. Now we can choose let only do this at the weekend again, save, and it's on the weekend, right? Then we have the main settings over here. You can enable the the vanilla crash sites will create PvP zones by just unchecking these and save. Then it won't create PvP zones, but I want that, so I keep it like that. Object scan interval is in milliseconds. So this is like every 30 seconds. And yeah, we have Me8 and UH1 crash site settings. These are down here, these ones. And here we can set up if the crash site should draw a zone, which type of the zone it is, which color the zone should have, and the radius, like for every zone. You'll find all that in the expansion cycle marker settings. We can also go here to the dynamic zone for the newly created and click to jump map. And let's say we want to scan at this specific location here. Copy coordinates to dynamic zone controls. Boom. And there it is. It did exactly the coordinates where we clicked at on the map. So you don't have to go to the in-game. But sometimes you have to, because the Y coordinates may be not 100% accurate. Okay, that's pretty much it for dynamic zones. We are already at 20 minutes video. Let's go to item rules. And here is Oh, I forgot. If you want to update the list box because the zone name is this one, or the object name is builder airdrop, just reload the dynamic zone again. Nothing will happen, right? So, yeah. Oh, builder airdrop. Okay, so there's a little mistake, or did I load? Oh, I load the wrong file, so go back to the server, profiles, cyclemarker config, and load a single file, right? Okay, there we go. So yeah, then it is also updated in the list box. I will fix this when I have time. Okay, let's go to item routes. You will see we are inside item routes here. Can't be damaged outside PvP, can't do damage, can't be damaged at all, and can't be unpinned outside PvP. Now, basically in the can't be damaged outside PvP, you can use also base classes. The same goes for the can't do damage outside PvP and can't be damaged at all. So I have made it so that you can add the base class by add custom item base class name. So if we remove these now, we can remove them and add here like item base. Always make sure the names are correct, so case sensitive. Add, and it will be added inside here. Then you can select this one and change it. It will instantly, everything inside here will be instantly saved because this is not something very complex. And yeah, so this is saved. Now we can add also an item like we do adding items in the tool, like on every tab we do. So we adding these items now. For example, this is just an example. This will add all the items. You have to make sure that if you use the item base class, make it always, let's say, let's remove this all. So remove. So now we have an item base, right? And we allow damage on the ground. But if we going to add like grenade M6, is it like, oh, I don't know what the name was. Let's add like an item crossbow. Oh, fuck's sake. Crossbow. Add. Now you will see it will be added under the item base. This is bad. I will change this also later, make it easier for you, but you have to make sure that the item base is always, the base class is always on the bottom, like so, right? Because now it allows item base, every item will be damageable on the ground, except for the crossbow, because the crossbow becomes for the item base, and the enable damage on ground is on 0. I explained that on the Wikipedia already. You can watch it there. All right, let's change it back to like how it was. Yeah, so this one, you may need to make sure it's in order. Okay. Yeah, the same. It's pretty much, you can choose both and uncheck and check. So you can multi-check them. Also, you can multi-remove. And yeah, this is pretty much it about the item routes. You can add here also items with the right-click, add item, right-click, add item. And it will add the item to the specific part here. And you can add custom ones also. Okay, so let's go to the admins and then we are pretty much done. Here you will see all the admins listed in my admins JSON. Yeah, we have to use the add the admin with the text box because we use the git and yeah, it's pretty long, right? So you will find these out in your admin tools. If you select the player, you will see this in community online tools. 100% you can see that in player informations, and on vanilla plus admin tools. I'm not sure if you can copy it out there, but yeah, on community online tools you can. Or you, if you have logs enabled, you can also see them in your logs. And yeah, as said, you can load every single JSON file if you want, or you can load all at once. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a lot, 25 minutes now. And yeah, I hope you like it and you will have a lot of fun with the mod and the tool to configure the mod settings. Alright guys, see you later.